What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. So, I figured I'd make this video just to at least share my thoughts, get the conversation started, and we're just in a nosedive. This whole market is nosediving, and no matter what any YouTuber says, or CNBC says, or John McAfee, or Justin Sun, or anyone says, there's arguing taking place all over Twitter, YouTube. People hate each other. There's like no collective community. And the people who are keeping the peace, we have plenty of those here in Altcoin Buzz. There's you guys. You guys are some of the more peaceful communities that I've seen on. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a part of Altcoin Buzz. I'm saying that because some of these communities are. There's a lot of hate and disdain, and you guys just really haven't gotten to that level. So that's amazing to see. So yeah, that's a positive for sure. But as far as this market, just look at this, and this is a nosedive that's been taking place for quite some time. Um, you don't need me to tell you that. So uh, you know, I know you guys don't like when I always refer to my Twitter, but that's if I have a thought over there, it usually ends up leading into a video, and that's where that started. So if I just show you what I just tweeted, and we can kind of go into that a little bit more. I'm not trying to. I don't care if you guys follow me on Twitter or not. I'm just saying that I'll read this because that was my thought. We are at a point where there is no sense in putting money into a nosediving market. Then, in order for a recovery to be possible, a bottom will have to be discovered. That will take time. But this is crypto, and rational thoughts rarely apply. So, I mean, we've got this happening here. Why would any investor or any firm or personal investor at this particular time invest money when they know it's just going lower, 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 lower? Why do they know that? Well, just look at this. The indicators are there. Even if we go to the market cap and we look at the last month, just constantly going down. So we don't know where the bottom of this thing is. So what's the point in investing right now if there's no proof that we've even hit the bottom, right? So we need to find the bottom. And I was checking some of my tweets from February, or thoughts that I was having, and this is the range where we have the most resistance, in my opinion. And this is that going back to October levels. But and I'm just saying this. We could you could say that this is where we really have strong resistance, right? Way down here in April. That's some real strong resistance, April of 2017. But there's definitely some serious. I've always kind of had this in the back of my head that we could go to October levels. I've said it a couple times, but it's the type of projection that you. Well, let's just say this. It's the type of projection that if you hold, like I did, you don't really want to see happen. But it's the type of projection that if you want a second chance, a second crack at it, getting into the market at some really good prices, getting into Bitcoin again at some really good prices, it's that opportunity. It's like, wow, I really didn't want to buy Bitcoin or any fractions of Bitcoin over $10,000. Once it went down below $10,000, I found myself acquiring more Bitcoin, right? I think the highest I ever bought any fractions of Bitcoin was like 11.5 or 12, outside of just buying into altcoins. But if Bitcoin goes back down to those November or those October levels, I want to say it's $3,500 to $4,000 per Bitcoin. Let's take a look here. It's about 4,500, and that doesn't even look like a really strong support. Yeah, Bitcoin below 5,000 is a nice price point, but if it just keeps nosediving, why would I buy if it goes below 5,000 if I have no reason to believe that this thing's done nosediving? And so, I mean, then we start looking at, you know, that April time of low or just over $1,000 of Bitcoin. So the only thing that I can do when I make this video is, I guess you could say, put together a contingency strategy, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And as far as, and this, this is just my own personal opinion. How you guys play it, obviously is going to be interesting to hear. I mean, how you guys would play this. I mean, if you know that it's nosediving, do you sell or do you hold? Me, I'm holding on to everything, and I've just been holding on to everything. Like even the positions that are absolutely slaughtered. And the only real reference for markets that I have to go off of is stocks, where I bought stocks, before 2000, whatever I bought before 2008, and how long it took for that recovery to happen. So I'm no longer calling this a correction. I'm calling this a market crash. You guys can agree or disagree, but we've gotten to a point now where, I don't know though, it might not be a market crash just yet, right? Because a market crash, we're still way up from where we were this time last year, right? So this time last year, as we saw early April, I mean, the market cap for the entire cryptocurrency market, if we just take a look at the 1 year, right? I mean, $29 billion. We're still well above that. So I guess I can't really call it a market crash, but I don't know if this is necessarily a correction at this point. If it hit here and it went up again, that would have been, to me, a correction. But being that we just keep, boom, these are like nosedives. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, well, like this, what was this? I mean, February 20th? What was that? I remember I was thinking, looks like we might be getting out of the woods back when Bitcoin went back up over 11,500 or thereabouts. And then it just touched 11,500 and then slammed back down again. Like, I don't have any idea what that was. Like, I have no idea what that was. What was the purpose of that? And I'm going to go back to my thought that I mentioned in that tweet where I said, but then again, this is crypto, and it's where rational thoughts rarely apply. I mean, you have to think about the most unpredictable kind of situation, and you'll still it'll still be even more unpredictable than that. I mean, that's why so many people are like, okay, this market's being manipulated, because no rationality to this irrational market. And as pundits or forecasters or people looking at this market trying to get a finger on the pulse and understand what's going on, I mean, the only thing we can conclude is we're in a nosedive. But because the market's irrational, I wouldn't put it past this market to correct on us and go up and tease us a little bit and then slam us back down. I mean, overall, I mean, what I want to know from you guys is, where's the bottom of this thing? Are we going to October levels? Because we're already at November levels. Which, what, November was what, 6 months ago? That's not too long ago. April was a year ago. And I mean, that would be absolutely an amazing buying opportunity, but just a crappy time to be holding. I mean, I'm just too scared to sell everything and then, sell everything I got and then watch everything. I mean, I could sell and hold that money and wait for it to bottom out and then just scale back in. I mean, there is that idea, but to me, that just seems too risky, so I'm not going to do it. So I just figured I'd share some thoughts here. I mean, this is a nosedive. This market is nosediving. It has been for some time. And I'm optimistic about cryptocurrency, but I'm not optimistic in the sense that it's going to end anytime soon. And I laugh about it because what else can we do right now other than just confront the fact that this is happening and we've watched it happen for some time now. And it's the only thing we can do is shed light on it and like bring humor to it, and just, I mean, the only thing I can do is make fun of it. Just have fun with it and be like, oh, well, I invested a lot of money into it, and here we are sitting here today. And I mean, if you look at my portfolio, I went from up like 5, 10 times to down like 5, 10 times now. Well, some of my positions. Some of my positions I'm way upside down on. Some I'm still surprisingly up on, like IOTA even. I'm even still up on IOTA, Ripple. Ethereum, I think I'm finally back to even on Ethereum. Let me see where Ethereum's at. Yeah, I'm literally just rambling right now, but I'm talking, just sharing thoughts with you guys. I mean, this is pretty much the way that I released my uh, angst. Yeah, Ethereum. Oh, okay. I'm still up on Ethereum. I think most of my Ethereum I got around like 280 to 330. So I'm surprisingly still up on my Ethereum. Still way up on my EOS, but I don't know. I'm definitely down on my Cardano. So, because I bought Cardano in the 30 cent range after I bought it at 2 cents and sold at 12 cents. But I'm actually up on my Tron that I bought in at 3 cents. My initial investment in Tron. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I'm still up on that. I guess I'm scratching my head over here saying, how is that even possible? But oh my gosh, Bitcoin Cash is just getting annihilated. This Bitcoin Cash, there's like no volume for Bitcoin Cash at all. So I'm still up on my initial investment in Litecoin, but not my second investment in Litecoin, which I got in at 180. I don't know. There's no way to spread FUD when something's happening. It's more like it's happening. I mean, whether I say anything or not, or Superman or anybody, right? I mean, or even you guys. I mean, we've got people in the comments constantly commenting their favorite coins, and no matter what community gets behind it, I'm just surprised Tron's up. Of all the coins, Tron's up in this ontology. And oh, okay, bite them. So, just share your thoughts. I mean, let's get intellectual, let's get philosophical, let's get rational, let's get our finger on the pulse, and as a collective try to figure out what the heck is going on here. Am I concerned about cryptocurrency long term? No. Am I concerned that I guess the worst case scenario that I would see is that all of these companies here have done all this work, and then corporate giants come in and they say, it's kind of like what Amazon does. Like Amazon Prime, people would buy all of the products, and they would get the data for Amazon, and then Amazon would just go out and just acquire those products based on the data that was already collected, and then just basically all of the small scale investors that like, let's say that someone bought fidget spinners from China for $3, right? And then they sell them on Amazon. Then Amazon gets the data that says fidget spinners are popular. Get fidget spinners from China. They get them for $2, and then the small time investor, or the small time investor who originally found fidget spinners, can't keep up with Amazon, who's like Walmart in the sense that they do everything in large scale but more efficient. So that's what I'm saying is, like, that's my biggest fear, is that Google and Facebook and all these other mega corporation giants see the value in blockchain, and they say, oh, hey, thanks guys for doing all the hard work. We're just going to come in and create our own now. That's kind of like my biggest concern, if I'm completely transparent with you guys about that. It's not fair, but since when has anything in life ever been fair, right? So we'll see. That's what I'm saying. I mean, at this point, yeah, we have to talk about that. We have to talk about the stuff that's tough to talk about. We have to confront it, right? No one wants this kind of news, but we have to talk about it. So let me know in the comments. We'll see you guys later.